This is my very first YouTube reading. I go by Fae Willow. I've been dipping my toes in with Instagram and TikTok readings, and Spirit said, just go ahead and start with what you have. So I'm coming to you with a perfectly imperfect setup, just my phone. Hopefully the audio isn't too bad. And I might have to edit out some dogs barking, but we'll see how it goes. So today is actually the full moon in Aries, and tomorrow is the 10/10 portal. Very auspicious energies, very great time for releasing anything that has been holding us back from our goals and dreams. Lots of abundance coming in, lots of blessings, whatever you've been wishing for, whatever's been on your heart and mind. This is such a perfect time to bring all of that in. So my intention with my channel is to do collective readings. I asked Spirit, God, my spiritual team, to bring to me energies who are aligned with my own journey. And so I'm not coming to you so much as a tarot reader who is trying to tell you what to do or anything like that, or be this authority, but rather appear in this spiritual community of souls trying to elevate their consciousness. So I'm very excited to try this. I'm not sure how it'll work out, but if you're here, you are meant to be here on my very first video. Of course, I don't even know if anyone will watch it, but Spirit said just go ahead and try it. So my plan is to start out with a general overview portion where we talk about the full moon energies, the 10/10 portal energies, and then I wanted to go into 3 specific areas of life, career, love life, and friendship, like interpersonal relationships essentially, but primarily love messages, and then personal and spiritual growth. And then we'll end with some final messages of advice, but I know that Spirit and my spiritual team will come through with advice throughout the reading. So I already got a few cards on the table here. So we're starting off with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Temperance, and the Emperor in reverse. And then on the back of the deck, we have the Devil. So Spirit is coming through right now to just confirm that we're releasing the old times of financial blockages, maybe scarcity mindset, anything that's been holding us back. That's what we're coming out of right now. And the key to taking full advantage of this upcoming energy is finding balance within the self and alchemizing all of the difficult things that we've been through. It's time to trust in the universe, to trust the process of manifestation, to release any control issues, any fear-based desire to control the outcomes of whatever happens, any fear-based desire to take a lot of action that's based on what the world tells us to do rather than what our intuitive guidance is telling us to do. So Spirit is asking us to trust in the energies we feel, to trust in our faith, to trust in our healing work, everything we've done to release the past so far, every prayer that we've put out there to the universe. We get to trust that this is going to help us bring in everything that we could want. So that's a beautiful energy to start off with. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for any additional messages for the overall portion of this reading. These are moon manifestation oracle cards, so I figured that'd be perfect for the full moon. And also take the time to pray and ask your own spiritual team and spirit to bring you whatever messages will serve your highest good. I always pray before I start readings and ground and center myself, and I always tap into only the highest energies of love and light. Look at that. Trust the universe. So Spirit is really coming through and blessing this reading by confirming what I was saying, that it's time to trust. It's time to know that we know that we know that this is real. Magic is real. Manifestation is real. Spirit has our backs. Whatever higher power you believe in, this is another thing I wanted to say, is that I'm going to use God and spirit because those are the energies that I work with. I think of spirit as like the messenger and God as all that is. So I oftentimes channel through spirit who delivers me messages, but God is love. God is unconditional love that surrounds us, that brings energies into balance, that delivers karmic justice, all of that. I won't go on and on about my own beliefs, but just substitute out whatever it is that you believe in. So trust the universe, perfect confirmation, and practice gratitude. This is going to always bolster your manifestation practices. It's always going to give your prayers that extra positive energy, that extra energy of letting God know, I believe in you, I trust in you, and I so appreciate your role in my life. So thank God as these blessings come in. So they're going to come in one by one. They might come in smaller forms. They might come in as internal shifts that you feel before their physical manifestations. And so thank God for, say, like you woke up one morning and all of a sudden you feel different. You say, I'm so grateful to feel happy today on this beautiful day. Thank you, God, for my happiness. Thank you for all of the meals I'm going to eat today. Thank you so much for blessing me with my health and well-being. And then just watch as the money starts to come in and all of the career opportunities, the external blessings. Okay, so that brings us to our next portion of this reading, which is career, creative projects. And if you're someone who's in school, like if you're in college, I don't intend for these readings to be for anyone younger, but certainly you are welcome here as well. This is an age-appropriate reading, so I don't know, just putting all of that out there. So anything that you may be working on, any career endeavors, yes, creativity, if you're a creative, if you're an entrepreneur, these are going to be messages for whatever it is you've been asking Spirit about. And these, so any predictive messages that come through are based on current energies, based on where you're at. So anything can change at any time. So you are not beholden to any of these messages. Release anything that doesn't serve you. Release anything that doesn't resonate. Release anything that doesn't feel right to you. But hopefully you can find some guidance in this reading one way or another. I'm asking Spirit that if you found your way here, that you'll be able to get something out of this. Okay, so we're starting off with the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm seeing that our current energies, we're starting off from, again, that phase of maybe stagnation, feeling down and out, feeling stuck, very much blockages around our finances and our career. So Spirit's saying not to worry. I'm just letting you know that I see this, this is where you've been. This is what you've been asking me about, what you want to release and come out of. But look at what we have next. The Queen of Pentacles upright this time. And so Spirit's confirming you are in the right place at the right time in order to shift these energies, in order to reach your full potential, to bring in those financial blessings that you've been asking for, bring in that self-leadership, that leadership when it comes to whatever career endeavors you're pursuing. And also the Queen of Pentacles talks about being able to support your family, whoever is around you, maybe your partner. You're going to be feeling so stable and so grounded once these shifts happen with this full moon and this portal that's coming up. And so with the Nymph of Swords here, I'm seeing that Spirit is wanting you to take the time to learn more about your thought patterns and whatever cognitive distortions. So if there's any ways of thinking that are not serving your highest and best good, for example, if you have the tendency to catastrophize, if you have the tendency to project whatever happened in the past into the future, Spirit is asking you to really examine that, really take the time in the space and have a beginner's mind when it comes to your mental growth and development. And it's okay. This is not an admonishment. We all have been socially programmed. We all have patterns that were instilled in us as children that we have to release. And so Spirit is saying this is a time of learning and growth, and what a beautiful thing that is. We don't want to stay stuck. We don't want to already know everything there is to know, because what would be the point of continuing to live if we're just sitting still and doing nothing for our whole lives? So embrace this time of mental reflection and also taking advantage of any resources you have access to. If you're someone who goes to therapy, make sure you're doing your homework. If you're someone who likes to learn from YouTube videos, who likes to take in information from spiritual leaders, anything like that, really delve into that, really continue that practice, and it's going to pay off greatly in bringing in this abundance and these career opportunities, this growth, this progression in your creative projects. So let me see if Spirit wants to bring out any specifics about what you're calling in by changing your thought patterns. So when it comes to thinking positive, you have to start by knowing what's already there. You have to start by recognizing where you are. If you have negative thinking patterns, you're not meant to simply change it by saying the opposite, saying positive things. That doesn't work if you haven't delved deeply into what it is that was already there. So you have to acknowledge, okay, I grew up in a house where we were very much doers and not so much reflective people, creative people. And so now I don't know how to change my thoughts, and so I have to learn, for instance. Or if you recognize that you're very self-critical, you're judgmental of yourself and others, don't start by admonishing yourself, being like, oh, why am I still doing that? Why am I still pointing fingers? Why am I still doing all of that? That's not going to help you change. You have to say, okay, I'm coming from a place of criticism and judgment, and I would like to release that at this time. Spirit, I ask that you assist me in releasing that, and I'm ready to focus on new ways of being. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm seeing that right now when it comes to your learning and everything like that, it's time to focus inwards. So that Page of Swords upright, that's what we're focused on rather than the external. You may have been coming out of a period of putting a lot of work into learning about business, learning about whatever skills you need for what you're doing. Maybe you've been practicing your drawing a lot. Maybe you've been practicing your instrument a lot. And I mean, you can still obviously do those things, but Spirit is saying you're good in that area. You're good in the physical sense of what it is you need to learn. And now it's time to go inward and reflect. And we have the Five of Pentacles. That's confirming, once again, you know, we've been feeling down and out. We've been feeling out in the cold, and maybe feeling a lot of frustration that we've been working so hard, doing all the learning and growth. Like, Spirit, I have been learning. I have been trying to grow. And Spirit's saying, yes, you've been doing a brilliant job, and now it's time to just pivot and shift a little bit and let me do the work of bringing in the finances. You don't need to focus on that. Release that to me to allow me to aid in your manifestation practices. It's time for you to focus on yourself rather than your external environment, and you will be blessed. Sorry for the dog barking. But so we have Queen of Wands upright right here. This is beautiful, beautiful energy when it comes to your passions. So this is what you are moving into. You are going to be feeling very passionate moving forward when it comes to your career. And so if you were feeling like those frustrations and that down and out energy was getting in the way of you actually enjoying what you were doing, that's ending at this time. And so especially if you're an artist, if you're a creative person, if you're an entrepreneur who likes to think out of the box, Spirit's going to be really supporting you and infusing your endeavors with divine energy, with that spark of universal light that gives whatever it is you're doing magic, so that you get that lucky break, you get that opportunity that you didn't see coming. And on the back of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Also very beautiful energy, very much confirming this is turning around. This is ending. We do not need to worry about this Five of Pentacles anymore. We get to have faith that our independence, that our financial abundance is in fact coming in, that we are supported, that everything is working out for our highest and best good when it comes to our career and our endeavors. So very beautiful, very lovely confirmation. Okay, and so now for our interpersonal relationships, if you are somebody who is curious about your love life, if you want to know more about anything going on in your friendships, in your family, Spirit will come through with messages about that. I like to leave things wide open so that we don't limit Spirit and what Spirit wants to tell us about, and so that we're not limited by our subconscious minds in terms of what messages we might receive. If we get too specific with our questions, sometimes that can result in us not hearing what we need to hear. So Spirit is going to help us out here. Wow. Okay. So we are starting off with the Lovers and the Star. So this is a beautiful time for our relationships. Spirit is saying that if this is something that you were focused a lot on, that you were really worried about, Spirit is going to help bolster whatever it is that's been going on. The energies are shifting. The universe is always changing. It's always fluid. And so if you've had to make some tough decisions when it comes to your family, when it comes to your love life, if you've been focused on your healing and were concerned that this was getting in the way of you being able to support those around you, Spirit is saying, no, this is really beautiful what you've been doing. And anytime that you work on yourself, and anytime that you foster self-love, internal growth, inner healing, that brings in more love, that attracts more interpersonal harmony. So Spirit's saying beautiful, beautiful job on balancing, working on yourself and caring for those around you. And we have the King of Wands. So there are kind of two different messages. So if you're somebody who's really been thinking a lot about your family and your friends, Spirit is saying that you are seen as a leader in your community, and by those around you, you are very looked up to. And this is so beautiful. Everyone around you, even if they haven't said it, they are very much admiring you and appreciating your role in their lives. And if you are somebody who is single and feeling like focusing on your independence has gotten in the way of you bringing in love, Spirit's like, no, this is the exact energy that you've needed to be in. And you are going to be attracting someone else with leadership qualities that complement your own. And you're going to be a power couple. That's what you are attracting into your life with this current energy. Power couple. If you are already in a relationship, your partner really looks up to you. Your partner is inspired by you. Your partner appreciates how driven you are, how dedicated to your own growth and healing and endeavors you are. So, wow, Spirit is coming through with beautiful, beautiful messages about our relationships. We have the High Priestess in reverse, and it was kind of wiggling around in my hand. So Spirit is saying this is about balancing that intuitive guidance you've been getting. If you feel like you're someone who's able to really read people and someone who is able to be emotionally in tune to those around you, Spirit is saying to, bring that into balance. And remember, you can't read minds. Remember that the future is always shifting around. And so make sure that you're also listening to others and holding space for others without doing too much of your own intuitive reading into what's going on. But this is good confirmation if you've been wondering if you actually are intuitive, if you actually are as empathic as you think you are. You definitely are. So beautiful, beautiful interpersonal relationship messages. And so now for spiritual and personal growth, which has been kind of a focus of this reading as it already was. We'll see what else Spirit has to say about that. Remember to take your time. Growth is not a race. We don't need to be in a hurry. We have our whole lives and we're never finished growing. Okay, our development, especially when it comes to spirituality, is never finished. We should be keeping beginner's mind. But that being said, we have more amazing big energies on the table when it comes to our spiritual growth. Spirit of Cups. Spirit is saying when it comes to your emotional balance and balancing your mental and emotional bodies at this time, all of the work that you've been doing, all of that page feelings, that naivete that you may have been feeling, and that feeling like, oh, I constantly have to take in more information and integrate it, and I don't know if I'm getting anywhere. Spirit is saying you are, and you're going to start seeing the fruits of all of that work coming in. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse, and I'm being taken back to that message from the beginning where the Emperor was in reverse, where it's like, spirituality is not just about us manifesting, it's co-creation. Okay, it's not just us as our human selves, it's our spirits and our spirit in terms of the larger whole, the universe working its magic. Okay, and so we have to remember that one of the steps is to release control. So we put out what we want, we take our inspired action, and then we release the outcome. So let go and let God. But next, we have the universe and potential. Old cycles closing, new cycles coming in. So with spiritual and personal growth, this means that you're going to be feeling different. You might be saying to yourself, I feel like a whole new person, just like that Tame Impala song, feel like a brand new person, and so, but not the same old mistakes. Okay. You are now moving into a time of full trust in the universe, full faith in the universe. And as a result, the universe is coming through for you and bringing in those blessings and bringing in that feeling, that knowing that all is well and that I am so blessed. And remember to say, I'm grateful to be so blessed. And we have Temperance coming through again. So just Remember, balance, balance, balance. We are not simply our human physical selves. We are not simply the doing. We are also the being. We are also a part of God. And we have to let God move in God's mysterious ways, okay? So very much balance, very much releasing control, very much letting the universe in. Okay, and so now, even though we've been getting advice this whole time, I wanted to close out with final words of wisdom from Spirit, from God. And so for that, I'm going to be pulling out my Starseed Oracle deck. Even if you don't identify as a starseed, we get lots of messages of light from this deck, wisdom from the star seeds. If you don't believe in star seeds, let that go. It's okay. But yeah, words of wisdom. Spirit, anything that you'd like to leave us with? Nothing to worry about. All is well. That's a mantra or an affirmation I've been using a lot with myself. It helps with anxiety a lot. When I notice that like feeling in my chest of constriction or that feeling of knots in my stomach, I say, all is well. All is well. And say, I am grounded and centered in my own energy. God has my back. My spiritual team has my back. Whatever it is I've been asking for the highest love and light is coming through for me. We have cracked open, all right? This says, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So that alchemy, that's what that temperance card was coming through to talk about, that life is flowing all of the time. The universe is flowing. And so sometimes we get to this point where we're like, I've done all I can do. I don't know what else I should be doing. I don't have the energy to do anything else. I've been working so hard. I can't work anymore. And that's when Spirit says, surrender. We've got this. We've got you. The universe has you. Your spiritual team has you. Your higher self is holding you, and you're going to be okay. Okay? So the advice there is just affirm to yourself again, all is well. Know that you are held. Know that we are not alone in this. We are not just human beings floating around on a rock. We don't have to depend on the people around us fully. If they're letting us down, if people are letting us down, if what's happening in the world is continually disappointing us, letting us down, that is not all there is. There is more to life. Even the energy of Mama Earth Gaia herself is here for us, flowing, transforming, making sure that the old that is not serving is destroyed, falls away, and the new can be brought in. Okay, and so this says the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Okay, so if you are someone who's been going through a spiritual awakening, maybe you're just now getting into these tarot readings on the internet, if you're just now starting to tap in, to pray more, Spirit is giving you a big thumbs up that this is so good for you, that this is all working out. Don't be afraid. Don't worry. Listen to whatever feels right inside. If something is giving you a bad feeling, it's wrong for you. But if something is making you feel better, is uplifting you, is letting you know that there is more to life and to have faith, listen to that, okay? And this awakening is going to serve your highest and best good. It's going to support your career endeavors, your relationships, your personal growth. All of that is supported by this integration of your spiritual body with your physical and mental and emotional bodies. So beautiful final messages. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Right now, my plan is to come back every Sunday and do these collective readings. So yeah, I'll see you next week possibly, but I hope you enjoyed. God bless you, and may you have a wonderful week and get the most out of this full moon and 10/10 portal. Thank you so much.